students, integral calculus, how the problems are solved in different methods. We are solving the problems in different approaches, different techniques, different strategies, but sometimes some problem given to you with the previous knowledge of some methods, you can very well apply over integral. How the partial fraction involved in integrals, how the partial fraction method will be very useful in solving any kind of algebraic functions in a easy manner, that we are going to see. Because sometimes you may happen to see some problems which is much difficulty of algebraic functions, but in partial fraction problem also we can decompose. Decompose means make it too simple, very simple and easy strategy, easy methods to solve the problems. Okay. Here what is the numerator of the function? X cube. Denominator x minus 1, x minus 2 means it is second degree and numerator is third degree. So degree of the numerator is nothing but x cube, nothing but 3. Degree of the denominator is, that is, denominator means in this part, here remember students, x minus 1, the denominator, it is x minus 1, that is nothing but x square minus 3x plus 2, which means it is 2. That means degree of the numerator is greater than degree of the denominator. What we can do? Simple strategy, 7 divided by 2 or 7 divided by 3, 1 plus, that is how many 3? 2 plus 1 by 3, like that we can write. Quotient, remainder and divisor. Dividend by divisor is equal to quotient plus remainder by this. This process only I am going to do here. What is the numerator part? X cubed. What is denominator? It involves with x square minus 3x plus 2. This is dividend, divisor. Now I wish to get x cube and divide by x square, which means it is x. X and x square is x cubed and minus 3x squared, x and 2 is 2 x. Dear students, x and x square is x cube, x and minus 3x is minus 3x square, x and 2 is 2x. You can subtract. What happened? Here 3x square negative 2x. Problem is completed? Not yet. So that x first one involves, and now it is 3x square and x square, which means you put 3 over here. So 3 and x square, 3x square, 3x square divided by x square 3. So that means 3x square, 3 and this minus, how much it is? 3 and 3 is 9x, remember, 3 and 2 is plus 6. I repeat, 3 and x square is 3x square, 3 and minus 3 is negative 9x, 3 and 2 is 6. So now subtract. So by way of subtracting, these two getting cancelled, 9 minus 2x is 7x minus 6. This is what? Remainder. This is quotient. This is divisor and this is dividend. Now according to this strategy, x cube by x square minus 3x plus 2 becomes, quotient is x plus 3. And what about remainder? It involves what else? 7x minus 6. 7x minus 6 whole divided by this x square minus 3x plus 2. This is the term we got. So here also we have to do some process over here that we can get here. This one x plus 3, this one. So now a 7x plus minus 6 over x square minus 7x 3x plus 2 we can do by partial fraction process. So, partial fraction method, 7x minus 6 over x square minus 3x plus 2, which involves 7x minus 6 over x minus 1 and then x minus 2. So, we have to split this one, very simple method, 7x minus 6 over x minus 1 into x minus 2 becomes a by x minus 1 plus b by x minus 2. So, we have to do partial fraction process. How to adopt here this one, a into x minus 2 plus b into x minus 1, here 7x minus 6. I left over this denominator because it is a common term which you know. I have not written, remember student, I have not written. If you want to do, I can do one more step, it is a waste of time. So, better we can do this process with the help of this. Let us do x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 1. Let us start with 1. Put x is equal to 1. What happened? So, that means 7 into 1 minus 6. So, a 1 minus 2 and b obviously 0, because 1 minus 1 is 0, there is no b at all. So, that means 7 minus 6 is 1 and negative a, therefore, a is equal to negative 1. So, we found out the value of a. Now, you take b here. So, put x is equal to 2. X is equal to 2 in either side, 7 into 2 minus 6, a into 0 plus b into 2 minus 1. 7 2s are 14, 14 minus 8, 6 is nothing but 8, 14 minus 6 is nothing but 8, and then it is b like this. We found the value of b here. So, a we found out, b also we found out. At last, we found out the complete concept of this partial fraction. This is a very important stage of x cubed by x minus 1, x minus 2 splitted like this. Remember students, x plus 3. This I have splitted as two things, as a is nothing but negative 1 over x minus 1 plus b we got as 8 over x minus 2. Now, we do the integral part. Till now, we never do integral, only we have done partial fraction, that is decomposition process. Decomposition means, by partial fraction means, we have divided ordinary method, how you have solved in simple problems in 6th standard, 7th standard, the same thing with the help of simple arithmetic we have done, and this method what you have learnt in basic algebra, that process I have done. After finding out, we solved this and we have all the value. Only thing we have to do integral. Let us do the integral part. Integral x cube by x minus 1 into x minus 2 dx. As and when you put this symbol, this dx is very important. Without putting this dx, if you write the symbol with leaving out this dx, so a man without head, like that we can say, some example like. So, as and when you write the symbol, dx is a very important one you must write. Now, integral bracket x plus 3 negative 1 by x minus 1 plus 8 over x minus 2 dx. Each one you have to integral, you have to take integration. So, integral x dx plus 3 into integral dx negative 1 by x minus 1 dx plus 8, you take out of integral 1 by x minus 2 dx. This is the way. Now, 4 integrals x dx, 3 integral dx negative 1 by x minus 1 dx like this. Integral x dx, as you know, what else? That is x squared by 2. X squared by 2. Integral dx, that is simple integration, that is 3x. Dx by ax plus b, which means log of ax plus b over a. This is the formula that you have to recall. Log of ax plus dx by x means log x, dx by ax plus b means log of ax plus b over a. That means here log of x minus 1 plus, here we are applying the same formula. Here x does not involve any terms. So, 8 into log of x minus 2. Dear students, we have done only the integral part with the simple strategy of integral x dx is x squared by 2 and integral dx is x and integral dx by x minus 1 is log of x minus 1 and here log of x minus 2. Yeah. So, here you have to put c constant and final answer we have to, whenever you put it is a constant c, that we have to write. So, x squared by 2 plus 3x this. Whether the problem is completed or not yet, because we can do some kind of simple methods and some simple calculation part. If there is a possibility, we can do so. That is x squared by 2 plus 8 into log of x minus 2 minus log of x minus 1 plus 3x plus c. With that, this problem ends. With that, the problem also solved. Very simple strategy that we applied and we got the answer as x squared by 2 plus 8 into log of x minus 2. Supposing if we have a common term and x and 8 is common, in both we can apply log of m by n. But here it is a very difficulty that we have to make some other terms like with this problem is over. Here ends the problem. Very simple technique, simple way. I recap the formula, I recap the problem. We have to decompose this one as a small things and by way of simple method we got this answer. After that, by way of taking partial fraction process, we got a and v value. Finally, this entire term becomes like this. After taking this value, we have to integrate. Separate integration for the 4 terms. Each one involved, here log x, here log x, here separate integration. Final answer like this. Here ends the problem.